Well, that was unexpected. Turns out the chapters actually are 1 day early. Well, technically, I'm not complaining about that. I mean, it's great always getting you the chapters. Still, I wonder what awaits us next. Yes, we start this with the One Piece chapter 878, and as some of you know, I am Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer. First off, we get a cover page. Is that cover page meant to foreshadow something? It is Zoro and Usopp riding on rabbits, chasing Luffy, who apparently have stolen what? Some dango for Usopp and sake for Zoro. Is that meant to foreshadow something about Karoto? Well, either way, there's also a picture of a new manga series, or maybe it's an old manga series. It's just that it doesn't really look that familiar to me. Now, onwards to the chapter. Although there's another cover page with the Straw Hats relaxing. Technically, summer's over, so I see no reason to do that. The chapter itself, well, it, I wanna say it's not exactly confirmed if Pedro is dead. Still, though, the fact is, this chapter did not confirm that if he was alive either, so are we to assume that he really did die? Because we see a flashback here. What happened those years ago when he sacrificed his eye and got that humiliation beat down when Big Mom stole 50 years of his life? Turns out back then he was 27 years old. So wait a minute. This was it 5 years ago or was it 3 years ago? Then technically that puts Wanda and Pedro around 32 because they are in similar ages. Turns out that Pedro would have actually lived a very, very long life if Big Mom hadn't stole his lifespan. And it's also revealed the one who escorted him together with the Nock pirate ship back to Saw was none other than the sadistic freak Charlotte Perospero. As Pedro had a flashback back then, he wanted to ride with Roger and the other even when he was a lad, but Roger forbade him. I don't know exactly why. I mean, technically, Shanks was just as young as. No, he was maybe a little bit older than Pedro. Still, though, I don't know exactly why Roger didn't allow a kid on the ship. Maybe, though, because he knew Roger did say his time was limited and also said everyone gets their time to shine sooner or later. Meaning that maybe he thought that, I mean, Pedro wanted to go with because he wanted to be a part of something big. Turns out Pedro's dream is to be a part of something big, which is this dawn of the dawn of the new day. It is also revealed that the Nox pirate name is actually modeled after that. Nox is Latin for night, and for him it really means the dark before the dawn. Because for him, he wanted to be serve as a foundation for the world that Masters awaits. We still have no freaking idea what that world is, but that's have always been Pedro's dream. And if he dies doing that, it's fine with him. But yeah, the explosion happens, and it turns out that breaking free of Pedro's candy, you didn't only have to, you know, uh, blast it, kill him, or you know, burn it. Turns out that tears can too, because Chopper and Brooke managed to free themselves from their prison through crying. And yes, they have all right to cry, especially poor Caroto, who cannot. It's seeing her cry it breaks my heart. It is a real crying what just happened. Pedro, did he really just die? Or will it be just like Dritz the theorists say? Because a lot of you do not know this, but I actually had the honor of having a discussion with Dritz the theorist and another one. I'm sorry if I forgot your name. And well, he mentioned, well, he probably is going to mention this in his reviews once they get up, but he also mentioned something about we do not know what Big Mom's soul fruit can do yet. And that means something like what happened to Pedro's lifespan? Is it possible that his lifespan, I mean, his soul can bring back his body? In all essence, that sounds almost too good to be true. But he has some points when he said that, because Big Mom's soul sword fruit is a lot like Kikomori's Kage Kage no Mi, in that which they can steal a person's soul, although it does work differently. And as we all see, when a shadow returns to a user, even if that user is about to die, the shadow will restore the original shape. Is it possible that if a lifespan is returned to a corpse, it can revive him? Then again, the only thing that diminished that theory is that Pound, which by the way we still have not seen, said that it cannot enter a corpse. It's not actually confirmed though if that corpse belongs to the original user. So yeah, and it's also pretty strange that, well, not exactly 100% strange, but the one who actually managed to get the guy's gear in the gear, even Nami prevents Carrot from doing anything else because they need to do this because they need to save them. But it's also pretty strange that the one who really also saves the day is Luffy. I'm saying strange because I thought he would really be pissed off about this. This is Luffy we're talking about. He did not want a friend to sacrifice his life for him. He saw that too many times. So it's pretty out of character, yet at the same time pretty understandable for him to say to everyone, we must not let this go to waste or we will never face Pedro again. I mean, it's both for me a combination of selfishness and unselfishness. It's selfish because, well, Luffy, that just proves just how weak Luffy is. Normally, he would be the guy who always charges into head first when avenge a friend and then kick everyone's single asses. Still, he does make a point. Pedro did this from his own free will. And Luffy is usually the type of guy that, although he never wants to see any of his friends die, he also knows that you cannot save everyone. He said that especially to Vivi. So he knows that this was a chance for them to get away. So they need to get away. But they still have the problem of Katakuri being on the ship. And he has no intention of letting any of them go. And it's also revealed in the flashback that Carrot really did see Pedro as a big brother mentor. You know, as a lot of other reviewers have said, is it possible that Karato is going to be a Straw Hat? There have only been some few hints that have actually said to me to dismiss that theory. And what is that? Well, she lacks a dream and she lacks a sad past. Moreover, she lacks a loss of a loved one, and more specifically, she's too young. I mean, I'm saying young because all the other voice actors of the the Straw Hat crew are over 50, and technically Karoto's voice actress is only 30. But that has no, I know that has nothing to do with any of this. But what I mean to say is, from through all this talking, is could we consider losing Pedro as Karoto's loss of a loved one? And Pedro's dream was to see the dawn of the world. Although Karoto do not seem to know what this dawn of the world is, if she returns to Wano, I mean, if she returns, if she gets to Wano, and Pedro is still dead after this arc, is it possible that she will inherit the dream, traveling with the Straw Hats? Who knows? But of course, she tries to get Katakuri off this place, but Katakuri is Katakuri. Not even Karoto can get him off here. Then again, that's not exactly that surprising. Although I do criticize Uda for making Karoto so weak. So Luffy decides to do the impossible of getting Katakuri off the ship, the difficult way. He does the elephant gun. However, this time he does a different elephant gun by grabbing Katakuri. And this is where a lot of people are going to complain. They're going to say, what happened to the guy that could see the future? I say to you, come on, people. His ability to see the future is not 100%. What I mean to say about that is, when he sees into the future, that's 100%. It doesn't necessarily mean he can always see in the future. A broken power like seeing into the future has holes. Just listen to what Capone said. Everyone can change their future. What I complain about is, for some reason, Luffy can grab Katakuri, and he acknowledges saying, do that and I really will not be trapped. We still do know nothing about how Katakuri's devil fruit work. As we've seen before, it's a special paramecia. Many times Katakuri shows abilities of a Logia, yet for some reason Luffy could grab him, just like that. Then again, he did use Haki, and it is noted that if you use Haki, you can grab the celestial body. But for some reason, Katakuri himself said, I won't be able to do anything if you grab me like that. Why? Haki only allows you to grab you, it doesn't nullify you. Is that a hint for a weakness for his Mochi Mochi fruit? So Luffy says to his crew as Big Mom begins to eat the going merry, by the way. Oh, wait, eating the going merry? Oh, come on, Uda! This is the ship that is supposed to take them to the end of the world. Do not allow it to be broken until that happens. I mean, then again, Frankie is a master shipwright. This ship can take damage, and as long as it doesn't break, then maybe he can fix it. But he's not gonna be happy about this. But Luffy, oh yeah, by the way, Pedro's survived. Sorry, I wanted to yell, but I decided to keep that yelling inside of myself. That freaking mother survived. But then again, that's not exactly that surprising. He can create a candy armor. I mean, even I said that last time. Luckily enough, although we shouldn't say that it's that lucky, he did not come unscathed. He used his candy armor to um, dampen the damage of the explosion. But it is revealed if he did not do that, he will not have survived because he lost an arm, his right arm, and that is good news. Although we shouldn't exactly consider that a bad. I mean, we shouldn't consider that despair. Uh, I'm saying the wrong words. I do not. I cannot find the right words to describe this situation. What I'm trying to say is losing an arm will probably be nothing to a guy like Pedro. I'm not saying that because he has 700 million berry bounty. It's his candy fruit. He very likely can create a prosthetic arm using candy. That is the real despair. So Luffy managed to stretch out his arms to Brule, who for some reason is still in the mirror, says to his crew to do not look back and I will be back. As finally the guys do the coup de burst right in front of Big Mom's face, so they manage to blast away and they have the shark submarine in a rope. Finally, the Straw Hats escape into the sky. Then again, they are not out of danger yet. Don't get me wrong, they are not out of danger yet. But now they have a head start. Of course, it's still one day's sailing away from Totland and they are gonna be pursued by Tartland, but not a single one of the Big Mom pirates saw this coming. The ship flying into the air. It can fly for, what is it, 1 kilometer? Now they really need to sail. They are gonna be pursued non-stop. So where is Luffy? Well, he dragged Katakuri, grabbing Brule. He grabbed Katakuri right into the mirror world, and he seems to have knocked her out using Haoshoku no Haki. Okay, that is surprising. I mean, she didn't faint when Big Mom used her Haoshoku no Haki. I'm not complaining. Katakuri can only compliment Luffy. It's actually so strange that Katakuri is a guy who compliments his enemies. I guess that's why he's gonna be a fan favorite. Now, Luffy is in the mirror world, where they can fight as they please. He crushes the mirror. Katakuri stands himself up, and now I actually see how tall he really is. It's a death glare showdown. It's Captain Straw Hat Luffy versus the second in command of the Big Mom Pirates. The battle begins now. This is basically this chapter. I do not like the fact that Pedro Sparrow has survived, and I do not like the fact that it seems that Pedro is really dead. But Luffy dragged Katakuri into the mirror world. That reveals he is not unbeatable. Although Luffy has blocked off his own exit and the exit of the others, and now he is alone together with the Big Mom on their legs and Katakuri. I sure hope to hell that Daifuku is not there. Cause now you have deprived Sanji of a way to fight a sweet commander, cause he cannot fight Smoothie. Karoto was no chance against Katakuri. So yeah, how does the Straws gonna escape now? Luffy is now gonna face off against Katakuri. And the problem is here, a lot of people have said that he is not ready for Katakuri. Mostly because Katakuri is bumpy, and also for the fact that he struggled a lot against his younger brother, who by the way had the lowest of all the sweet commanders. So yeah, this is a dangerous situation. I'm all for Luffy fighting Katakuri, but I'm only for him winning. And can he win the way he is right now? That's the question. What will save Luffy? Will there be a new power up? Will we see another version of Gear 4? Or will we see an ass pull? I think we will see an ass pull. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against that, as a lot of people know. But how this was solved is no idea. All in all, just a sad chapter, but not in the sense that it was pathetic. Just an emotional one there. Will the Straws escape? I have no idea. Give me a fuss if you have any.